man or woman of positive impact in any community we know that be honored with sweet memories of the legacy he or she left behind. The late Oluere of Ere Ife Olukotu in Yagba East Local Government Area of Kogi State, Sir Joel Idowu Ipiyemi, was a highly respected personality in view of his people-oriented services and leadership skills. This informed a befitting burial program held to bid him farewell as his body was laid to rest. The funeral took place at the Methodist Church Ife Olukotu with a number of spiritual activities in recognition of his outstanding contributions to the progress of the church and Ife Olukotu community. Bishop of Oku Diocese of Methodist Church Nigeria, Right Reverend Albert Olorumade, delivered a funeral sermon titled, "How Are You Preparing for Your Heavenly Home?"
He was a man who affected lives, and he supported the work of God. I read through his biography and I discovered that Baba started in the north, and also he was very active in the activities of the church. No wonder that his commitment was never, daunted. He was a man who was committed to the call up to his death.
Well, it is a lesson for everyone to build their house in heaven, which is eternal, because this world is just a temporal place. And the Bible has told us that our body, which is the tent, will be dissolved one day. So it is better to build our tent in heaven, where we'll enjoy everlastingly. And how can we do that? Is to live life that is pleasing unto God. So that is just the message for everyone to learn.
The remains of the late Oluere were later interred at his Ife Olukotu residence.
Ẹni tí ó dá ọ ní orúkọ Jésù Kristi ẹni tó jìyà nítorí rẹ àti ní orúkọ ẹ̀mí mímọ́ ẹni tó fún ọ ní agbára.
Born in 1938, the royal father Sir Joel Idowu Ipeyemi, a product of Technical Institute and Trade Center Kaduna, back higher national diploma, civil engineering from Kaduna Polytechnic, and a Master of Business Administration from University of Ilorin. His work experiences cut across public and private sectors in different establishments such as Nigerian Railway Corporation, Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, Defense Industry Corporation, and AfroWorks Nigeria Limited, a construction company. The late royal father later settled down as the Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of Jasman Nigeria Limited, his personal company. A lover of education, Sir Joel Idowu Ipeyemi was a member Governing Council of Wesley University of Science and Technology, Ondo, who also played an active role towards the establishment of Wesley High School, Ife Olukotu.
My father was a very peaceful man. A very peaceful man. And he loves his family. When people visit from our village, their first bus stop is our house. And he was a lover of education. And he was so peaceful that even when he is not at fault, he will still plead with the fellow who is at fault. Also, he gives to his own detriment. I could remember a time that I needed something to do. And the money that was available was not enough for myself and for those things he had planned to do. But he left my own cause, telling me that those people that he wanted to help deserve it first, that later we can look for my own fund. Actually, he was planning to pay for the school fees of some of the priests. And today, some of them are very, very reverend unto becoming bishops. So he was a peaceful man, and I'm going to miss him so much. And I appreciate all those people who have contributed towards the burial.
Baba, we can't finish talking about him. I'm his first and only daughter, and we were very, very close. I remember coming back from school, body house, my first day at home. We would talk and talk and talk, and then we'll end up singing hymns, songs. I remember one night my mom had to come and say, Baba ati omo e lo sun. We were very close. It was my confidence. You could tell him anything and say, shh, and that would be the end. We were very close. He was a giver to a fault. Very, 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 very selfless. He would always think about others before himself. Many people thought that because he was an engineer, a building engineer, a professional, an engineer that engineers would consult. The testimony of his work, let me give just an example. The Presidential Lodge of Kwara State is his handiwork. He would even correct architect's drawing. He would once I visited him on site, he would take care of me and say, yeah, look at this plan. Tell me what is wrong with it. And he would lecture me, he would teach me. I remember he taught me mathematics. I can't forget. Collection of like terms. And he was a disciplinarian. Yes, he will not shout at you, but a disciplinarian. He taught me time management. One of the rhymes he taught us was, work while you work and play while you play. To be useful and happy, this is the way. All that you do, do with your mind. Things done by half are never done right. And he would always say, tick, says the clock, tick, tick. What you have to do, do quick. And that has taught me a lot of lessons. I will never, 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 never forget. A giver, a lover of people, very selfless. His wealth are in human beings, not in material things.
Baba was a wonderful man. Actually, so many people have asked me to introduce myself here today because of the facial look alike. They were taking me to be the firstborn, and really I can say I am. Though an in-law, but we so much looked alike. Baba is a father. I said he is, because what he did still lives on. We can't just forget him. I remember the very day I met him, he took me inside with my wife. And because I lost my dad years ago, he said there will be no vacuum. And I can tell you, he did so many things that made me to almost forget my dad in so many ways. When we were preparing for the wedding, he said I should not worry, I should not bother. And the way he blessed me, the way he gave me money, in fact, it is very, very uncommon in Yoruba land. That's why I said I can say, forget about the in-law. He is a father. He was my father-in-law, but with the way he related with me, he didn't relate with me as an in-law. He related with me as a son. And he brought all of us together. That's why you see us doing things together today. So I bless the name of the Lord for his life.
A loving father. He's my mother's younger brother. After my mother came him, and he has taken me as his own from the beginning, because he lost my mother, his sister, so well, and he took care of us. For me, he was the one that paid my school fees from Form 1 to Form 5 to Grade 2. He did all that for me, and my father was alive. He did not mind that. Since my father did not do it, he took it upon himself and did it. I can never forget all that. I remembered when I was in Form 5 in the northern state of Nigeria. I had not paid my school fees from Form 1 to 5. And I called my mommy that since we are registering for WAEC, you know those days, there was that opportunity where I schooled. And so they sent me home, and I came to Ilorin to Daddy. Daddy was working in Afro Works then. And so he discussed with Afro, the Oga, though they arranged. And he paid half of my school fees. He paid it twice, from Form 1 to 5. He paid half. And then later, I came back to collect the half. I can never forget all that. When I lost my husband, he stood by me. He had been a father. He had been everything. He will always call me Iyem, my mother. So all that and many more. You see, I appreciate God for using him and bringing me close to him as a father.
Daddy was somebody that you will wish to associate with, and he understood the importance of education. And when we talk of education, Daddy will always encourage everyone that you come across that you have to study before you can become somebody in life. You must study hard. And I thank God because he's the one that sponsored me in the university. I'm his niece, so he sponsored me in the university. He came home one day and he saw me. When he saw my WAEC result, he was very happy. So he said, I was already planning to go to Polytechnic, and when he saw the WAEC result, he was very happy. He said no. He now said I should go and write JAMB. He took me to Ilorin. I wrote JAMB. He got me admission in the University of Ado-Ekiti, where I completed my BSc. And he didn't stop at that. He made sure he was telling me that you have to go for your master's. And I just want to thank God because I completed my master's degree before he died. So, and he was calling me, and the day, I could still remember the day I called him to tell him that I've gotten my certificate, my master's certificate. He was so happy, and he always prayed for me. He was praying for me. He was encouraging me to do well. And in terms of religion, I think it's one of those that made me to know Christ, because I'm from a Muslim background, and he made me to know Christ. It's one of those people that was instrumental to my Christian life.
Baba is a very kind man, and he's generous. Even though when you are not happy, Baba will make sure that everyone is happy in the house. You want peace for every one of us. Even at times when I feel sad and just noticed that, Kenny, what's wrong? Please, we have to even, he will pet me as if I'm a baby. So Baba is a very good man, and he wants education for his children, for his daughter-in-law, for everyone around him. So there's more that I can say about Baba, but I don't know how to express them all.
My testimony is so much. He was a very wonderful man. In fact, I call him a special person. He's a kind of man that wants everybody to grow. Grandpa will not leave you the way you are. You can't meet him and you remain the same. He must make sure he do something about your life. If you're educated, he will ask you what level. You can't be with Grandpa and you tell him you are looking for a job. He will say, okay, you will get. But can you go for, somebody advises somebody to go for a further study. He was that kind of a person. He was so loving. He really helped me to bring up my children. That's his own grandchildren. He is a very loving man. In fact, he encouraged me so much to do my master's. And he was still joking with me, saying it jokingly as if, PhD, And I'm like, please, I need to make money this time. You understand? Grandpa was a very wonderful man. In fact, very, very wonderful man. Just pray God holds the family. And he's somebody that he does things for people at his own detriment. And he's happy about it. You know that kind of a man. He's happy when everybody's happy. Let me put it that way.
He lived a selfless life. That's what I can say. Extremely selfless. So when you go by the definition of selfless, it means a whole lot. And you can hear what people have been saying from Ilorin to here. He's just a selfless person, human being, in all ramifications. Yeah. Even to his kids, to anywhere he finds himself, is someone of service.
The late Rear Father, a Knight of John Wesley, served Methodist Church Nigeria in various places as chorister, Sunday school teacher, and chairman of the building committee, among others. Sir Joel Idowu Ipemi, who is survived by his wife, Lady Alake Ipemi, was installed as Olu-Ere of Ere, Ife Olukotu, in 1995.
Baba Sir Joel Idowu Ipemi is one of the founding fathers of Wesley High School, Ife Olukotu, in 1980. And since the inception of that school, Baba has been following the growth and development of that school. Baba is a lover of education, so he will always want to encourage young people to be educated. So since over 40 years ago, when the school has been established, Baba has been supporting us. Coincidentally, I am one of the pioneer students of that college. We started 1980 and we finished in that school in 1985. And coincidentally too, after my degree and after I had worked in several schools, I now find myself being transferred to the same school as the principal of the college since January 2019 till date. I am still the principal. So we thank God for the legacy Baba Ipenyemi has left behind for humanity.
Engineer Joel Idowu Ipenyemi is humility personified. A unique man, a man of God, a carer, a community man. What can you say? A child of Christ, a worthy knight of God. He's a co-member, he's a worthy knight like us. And we are happy that he was one of us. He left, but he left a legacy because he built the church. He did a lot of things for the members of the church, for the community, for the area. Even through the pamphlet, you can see that there's a lot of things said about him. What can we say? We all come to this world and we have to live one day. We give God the honor and glory for giving him a better life, for living a better life, for sustaining his people, for living a Christ-worthy life.
We thank God for the life of the late Olu of Ere. He was a wonderful person. He was a very diligent, very honest, and very straightforward person. Everybody knows him for these qualities in the community and beyond. He was former the general manager of AfroWorks before he became a traditional ruler. And if you know what is AfroWorks, it was a fairly big company based in Ilorin. And it was based on his honesty, dedication, and commitment to duties that they entrusted that company to him. And since that time, he has played a major role in this community. He was the first person to do a research on Ife Olukotu. He went as far as Ile-Ife, Ile-Ife in Osun State, to do a research on this community because of the similarity of Ife Olukotu and Ile-Ife. And he published a book, a very well-researched, comprehensive book on Ife Olukotu, which is a must-read for every Ife Olukotu person. And very diligent, has been participating in the development of this town since he was a child, educated young man, participated as a educated young man that elders trusted and believed in. And that is the life he lived up to the time he died in 87.
Burial activities came to a close with a reception highlighted by musical performances.